Thank you. Good morning, Miss Ruby. Good morning. Oh, her so sleepy. Do you want to go potty? Want to go outside? Yeah, let's go. Let's go potty. Come on. What time is it? Is it breakfast time? And is it treat time? Oh, let's go get treats. Here, let's get a treat. Alexa, make Sally white. Alexa, turn desk lights on. Ooh, there's light. Are you ready for your breakfast? Breakfast time. I am not one of those fancy girlies who has a fancy coffee machine. We have a regular, it's not Mr. Coffee, it's Hamilton Beach. Bottled water because Florida. I am using Starbucks dark roast. Okay, let's go actually get ready while the coffee does its thingy. Alas, I have found an angle that mostly works. Although I'm gonna watch this footage back and this is gonna drive me fucking crazy. This is probably like the least favorite part of my entire body. It's my fucking arms that constantly do that. Oh, I should do skincare before makeup. I don't want to. I need to. Just shave my face. So I got 2 new moisturizers the other day. One of them is the Do Me Dang Red Bean Cream. And the other one is Snail Cream. We're gonna try the Snail Cream. Ooh. This texture. Okay, hello? Yep, that's okay. Oh my god, it feels amazing. What the fuck? Okay, alright. I'm already ready to ditch my other moisturizer. And this smells so good. What the fuck? It has such a subtle hint of fragrance. Oh my god, this smells amazing. I think I've decided I don't want to put makeup on right now, so we're gonna do that a little later. I like this to breathe on my skin. Okay, all right, I forgot I dropped my fucking deodorant yesterday. But I think I want to have my coffee first. Maybe some breakfast. Get my work done for the day. And then I'll put makeup on. So my face, unfortunately, first of all, is very broken out. I literally was like giving myself compliments maybe like 2 weeks ago about how non-breaky outy my skin is. And that's being in your 30s, your skin kind of really evens out. However, it's breaking out really bad in this area for some reason. And then also, I don't know. My face has just always been this way. It's always been very red and very like blood vessel-y. So fun. Anyways, I have a little bit of work to do. No, actually, you know what? I'm not gonna do that right now. I need to make my coffee first, okay? Ruby. Hi, mamas. Okay, I actually like cannot get over how good this moisturizer smells. It smells so good. You know how like, I don't know if this is just me, but I feel like when I wash my hair, for example, I don't know if it's unscented, but it doesn't have a very strong smell and it never carries over like into my hair after I get out of the shower. So I'm always like really jealous. Also ignore this. This has not been updated in like months. I need to show you something. I think I got Ace for Christmas is this magnet to put on our dishwasher because he never knows whether the dishes are clean or dirty. Because obviously like there's a light, but when you open it, the light goes off. We have this man to let us know that it's clean. And in case you're wondering, this is what the other side looks like.
I'm Prison Mike. You know why they call me Prison Mike?
Anyways, I feel like my shampoo scent doesn't carry over like after the shower. And anytime I like pass by a girl and you can smell her shampoo, spooning, first of all, but secondly, it smells amazing. And that's what this smells like. This smells like herbal essences, something. I don't know. It smells really good and I like it. Also really basic when it comes to making my coffee. This is the only creamer that I use. It's Italian sweet cream. And then also this is just a concoction of cinnamon and sugar. I would like to start trying to put cinnamon in my coffee grounds, but I literally forget every single time until I get out my cinnamon sugar and I'm like, oh, right, you wanted to try something else. That I have all the things that I need, I am going to be making 2 eggs, cayenne pepper. I'm also adding some spinach today. It's so weird to me that this won't be my kitchen in a month. I just literally cannot get over moving. It is so bizarre because I have not moved in 8 years. That is a really long time. Like I've literally lived here since I was 25. Yeah, no, I was 25. Now I'm 33. Very, very weird. And also to not have like, oh, there's a big box there, but to not have my bookshelves in the exact same place that they are right now stresses me out. This is a very rare morning when there are dishes in the sink. A task for later. I have like a hyperfixation with plate bowls. They're my favorite. I am also eating couscous. I will be very happy that this won't be my background sitting on the couch anymore. Watching the morning tube. Do you want to watch more Sarah Danielle? And have it in my hands. Let me get my weapons, hold on. Jump in the water a little bit. I scrolled on my phone for like... I'm watching this video where Sarah is attempting her favorite booktuber's schedule for a day, which is Kalila. And Kalila apparently wakes up at 4:30 every morning. Yeah, sometimes I'm awake until 4:30. So that would never work for me. I mean, never say never. I would love to be a 5 a.m. girly. I just don't think it's in the cards for me. But watching this is like really inspiring me to get my shit together because my shit's not been together for quite some time. I don't wake up with a plan aside from
waking up, taking Ruby outside, making my coffee, brushing my teeth, doing my job, reading. It's pretty much all of my days consist of. And then taking care of Ruby in intervals throughout the day. Yeah, this is really inspiring me to like plan my days and be more intentional with my time. I do desperately need to get into some sort of a routine where I am building into that routine, working out, making a to-do list so that I do have some sort of a plan for the day, potentially meditating. That looked really nice. And we will be in an area soon where I'll have a really beautiful space inside the apartment to meditate, but also will be nearby a lot of other like beautiful naturey spots that I can go to meditate in the morning. Also, I'm gonna try and get my work done before I put makeup on, I think. I don't have too much to do today. I am gonna go ahead and take my vitamins, by the way. Every day I take a multi, magnesium, don't ask me the type, I literally don't know. Fish oil, biotin, vitamin D, and ginkgo biloba. I don't think I've ever talked about it on this channel, but my normal job, I can't say full-time. I haven't had a full-time job in over a year.
You what?
Which is very weird. I have previously, the entire rest of my life, been a full-time person, full-time employee to someone. And last year I got let go from a really corporate big girl job where I was making $65,000 a year. And God bless, shortly thereafter, I found the person that I work for and I am his EA. So I do work part-time. It is sufficient and it allows me to do whatever the fuck I want, which is amazing. So I have a couple of things I need to do today. So I'm gonna go ahead and get that done while I continue watching Sarah, and then we'll do makeup stuff and chat, I guess.
Already been up for 8 hours. This is not normal for my body. My circadian rhythm is all fucked.
That's how I would feel too. I had to do a little bit of troubleshooting. Also, trying to take my daily meds. I had to do some troubleshooting because one of the tasks that my boss asked me to do, he made a Loom video for like me how to understand how to do this task, and I literally for the life of me cannot. Oh, now it wants to fucking play. You little bitch. You little bitch. I ended up having to like open the transcript so I could just see what he was saying instead of listening to him walk through it. Oh my god, I have so many tabs open. I hate when you have so many tabs open that you can't tell what's there. You really, oh my god, you're really not gonna let me paste it. What has been done? That was quite easy. Move, they said. It'll be fun, they said. Actually said no one ever, because moving fucking sucks. No matter who you are, no matter how much money you have, no matter how simple the process might be, moving fucking sucks. Today's saga. Yesterday, I was calling the new electric company and attempted to call Spectrum to get the internet upgraded there, because there the internet is like partially, or not partially, it's being paid for by the owner or the HOA, whatever, we can't figure it out apparently. Our property manager was under the assumption that they had Spectrum and that I would just be able to call Spectrum and get it upgraded and we would just pay the difference in the upgrade. However, in the process, we found out that we actually don't have Spectrum. We have some random company. I've just been going back and forth with the property manager about how to get in contact with this ISP, because again, someone's already paying for like the basic package of internet. I just need to upgrade it to something that's not basic. We just keep going back and forth because she's telling me one thing and then it ends up being something else. Like earlier this morning, she told me that, oh, we're gonna have to wait on the HOA to get the information that you need. Well, I just called the HOA and the HOA told me that it's the owner's personal account and information. Figure it the fuck out. This does not need to be so goddamn complicated. Is that my pretty girl? Hi, mamas. She's doing her sweeps. Hi, baby. Hi. You are so pretty. Do you know this? You're so pretty. Boop. When you say no worries and you actually have like quite a lot of worries. Yeah, that's where we are today. Anyways,
I'm gonna finally get ready. Face feels a little tacky from that snail cream. I don't think I'm gonna put anything else on my face. I'm that person who has like 7 different foundations in their makeup bag. Not kidding, I literally have 6 foundations. This one, too dark. This one, also too dark. Those are like summer foundations. I guess I'm gonna wear this one. This one's typically my favorite. I just haven't worn it in a while, so I guess we'll see. It's still a favorite. I also love that the color number is 420. This is also a knockoff beauty blender from Shop Miss A. When I was in Georgia, we went to like the local mall. Weirdly, they have a Shop Miss A like physical store. I didn't even know that was a thing. Something else y'all probably definitely don't know about me is I was on YouTube about 10 years ago as a makeup YouTuber. I know you wouldn't know it now.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Amanda, and I have already forgotten how to record videos today. Totally the look I was going for.
So that might be surprising to some of you, but I did used to do makeup YouTube. When I did that, you know, there was a lot of like beauty companies that were up and coming during that time. And one of those companies was Shop Miss A. And if you've never heard of Shop Miss A, they are basically like an online retailer that sells beauty and beauty adjacent products. Like they also have like hair accessories, nail accessories, other small accessories nowadays and things like that. And they are known for how cheap their products are. So they're basically like a Temu version of Ulta, a dollar store version of Ulta. Like basically everything that's on their website and in their store is like under $5. And a lot of it is only like $1. Anyways, when we went there, they had their beauty blenders and they have big ones and small ones. And your girl isn't in the official beauty blender brand tax bracket anymore. We have to shop smarter, not harder. And these were only $1, even though they only cost $1. And they have, I shit you not, the exact same bounce consistency as the legitimate brand. This brand is called AOS, I believe. AOS Studio, something like that. Like I said, they work like exactly the same and they are quite literally a 20th of the price. If you do not know what the actual beauty blender brand is, they sell beauty sponges and they cost $20 a pop. Yeah. And typically I use Real Techniques until I found these again. These are still a cheaper and better product in my opinion. So I am also using, this is a newer brand to me, but this is Thrive. Nope, Thread. I got this at Target and I'm not gonna lie, this is like damn near a dupe for Tarte Shape Tape. Do with that information what you will. I'm also like really excited about the new bathroom I'm gonna have. It has way better lighting than this bathroom does. And like my bathroom does have better lighting than it appears right now, but I only have two out of the 4 lights in there because they're so bright. And like, unless you're getting ready, you don't want that level of brightness in your life. It's literally like the light of the fucking sun. And this is the Milani Silky Matte Silky Matte Bronzing Powder in Sunkissed. I just got this recently because I tend to like over bronze myself, so I wanted to get something that was like a little lighter and not so like dark and fake tan looking. I'm going to be using Snackaroons blush in Hey Pumpkin. I am also going to be using, this is so embarrassing, the Anastasia Beverly Hills Nicole Guerrero Glow Kit. You don't want to know how old this is. This was released one time. That should tell you enough. And I've had it since then. And you know what? She still got a lot of stuff in there, so I'm a firm believer in place your liquid products often, but your powder products, I'm using the ColourPop brow pencil in Ash Brown. As you can tell, I do not have a lot of eyebrow to work with. So like doing my eyebrows is my least favorite thing to do in my makeup routine. It is the most stressful. It is the part that I just do not like doing. Yeah, I don't think this was the right color. This was like a lot darker than what I'm used to. This looks like the color from when I dyed my hair darker. Oh, it's not. I was supposed to use dark brown. I have like 4 different shades of this pencil. This is the one I use. This one is actually black and this one's the one I was supposed to use. For my eyebrows, I use this Essence Keep Me Covered Concealer with aloe vera. The other one that I use for like my under eyes and stuff is way too heavy coverage for an eyebrow situation.
good enough, I think. Now that I've showed you that, I feel like I'm one of those people where it's like, how did you match your foundation color? Because like, foundation color, skin, not matching. It's better than this color. I don't know who picked out this color, but she must have been tan. I don't think I even want to do eyeshadow today. I feel like being lazy. We're just gonna do some finger shadows because I feel like that sometimes. So this is the NYX Epic Ink Liner in Graham Cracker. By the way, it's like a light brown color. And then I'm using the ColourPop BFF Volumizing Mascara in Brownie Points. Also a brown mascara. I stopped wearing black mascara and black eyeliner a really long time ago, like years ago, because personally I just think it looks ridiculous. Like if you're someone who has black hair or given like a really specific makeup look, black would look good. But I'm just saying for like everyday makeup, black mascara and black eyeliner is just like a lot. This is my preferred color of this, but this is the NYX Smushy Matte Lip Balm, and this is in the color Snuggle Season. This is amazing. If you've not tried this, this is literally like a tinted lip balm. It feels like a lip balm, but it's just like very lightly tinted. But it feels like a lip balm. It's amazing. I love it. Like it looks like a really light lipstick. It feels like a balm. It's great. Got me getting mascara all over my eyelid. Getting old is not fun, y'all. Can't stand in front of my mirror anymore at a distance and see what I'm doing and expect it to be good. Okay, I think I'm done though. This is like clearly enough makeup. Hi, hello, good morning. It is now the afternoon. Do I want to do something to my hair that needs to be washed desperately? The curse of putting your hair in a bun for 2 days straight. At least my hair was straight before I put it up. I feel like I've been wearing a lot of braids. I feel like I should probably do something more exciting to my hair. While this heats up, my things away. I was thinking the other day, because we got this really miniature vacuum, like it's literally like this big, and it's for crumbs or like your desktop or whatever. And then I went to TJ Maxx earlier this week and I saw like a medium-sized one. You know, it's like this big, and I was like, wow, that would be cool. But like we have no reason to buy that because we have a regular vacuum. However, I think I do need to get one of those little ones to be able to keep it in the bathroom. Game changing, because the amount of hair between Asen and I on the floor every day is ridiculous, and it kind of drives me actually insane. Yes, we're really very aware that these blankets do not match the bed situation. These are literally here for Ruby, because Ruby sheds just as much, if not more, than Asen and I, and I like to keep the bed nice. Now that the bedroom is tidy, I think I could have put you there the whole time. Oh my god, that would have been such a better angle. My bad, y'all. I did not know that was an option. While I'm doing this, I'd like to chat about the book that I read yesterday. It was really low-key disappointing. I was going to originally make a reading vlog for this. Like I started recording it and then abandoned it for many a reason. Story of my fucking life. I'll get good at the reading vlog thing one day, guys, I promise. I was reading The Night We Met by Abby Jimenez. Her newest release, it's Thursday, it just came out this past Tuesday, March 24th. I was so excited to read this. Just to give you some background, last year was the first year that I ever read Abby Jimenez. I started my journey with her with what was her most recent release last year, which was Say You'll Remember Me. And I read that maybe like a couple of weeks after it came out. I listened to the audiobook. I thought it was amazing. This was like a 6-star book for me. And then practically every single other person who exists in the world hated it. And I was like, oh, okay, well, I really liked it. And a lot of people found it really depressing because the two major conflicts in that story involve dementia and long distance relationships, which I totally get. Those are kind of depressing topics relatively in the romance genre. However, it was highly relatable for me. I've been in multiple long distance relationships in my life, and my grandmother has dementia, so yes, it was a little too close to home, but I found it very relatable and really liked it. And like I said, it was 6 stars. After that, I did read a couple of other books that were in Abby's backlist. So I also read Yours Truly from the Part of Your World series. I didn't realize that it was part of a series at the time in the middle book. I did plan on going back and rereading the rest of the series. However, I didn't do that last year, so I only read Say You'll Remember Me, Yours Truly, and then I read her short story called The Fall Risk, which I also absolutely loved, by the way. I'm pretty fucking sure that I rated all 3 of them 5 stars. Maybe The Fall Risk was 4.5 stars, but to be honest, it really should be bumped up to 5 stars because I actually think about that story quite often. I don't know if I like listened to it at like a really formative time. It is for some reason like a core memory, and I just remember it all. I remember what I was doing when I was listening to it. I don't know. Anyways, so last week, I read Part of Your World by Abby Jimenez because part of my like 26 and 26 is reading the rest of that series. So I did read Part of Your World, which is the first book. Then I was planning on immediately rereading Yours Truly and then reading obviously Just for the Summer before reading her new book. And then that's not what happened because what did I read after that? Because I know I read Part of Your World after the Hunger Games. I don't know. Anyways, I read something else afterwards that wasn't another Abby Jimenez book. I remember feeling a little like burnt out on contemporary romance, but I don't remember what I read afterwards because I haven't read any fantasy, but I also don't remember. I read The Right Move by Liz Tomforty, which is also a contemporary romance. Yeah, whatever. And that one almost put me in a book slump. I don't know if it was a mood situation or it was just like right book, wrong time, but I just didn't love that book as much as everyone else does. And when that happens, that like almost always puts me in a book slump because I'm like, what is wrong? Like if everyone else loved this book and I don't love this book, like something must be wrong. So yeah, anyways, I didn't really love that book. And then on Tuesday, the new Abby Jimenez book came out, as well as the new Ariel Sullivan book, which is a prequel to her dystopian that came out last year. And I didn't want to start that one first. I wanted to read the Abby Jimenez book first. And I read it exclusively on audio because again, I don't love contemporary romance in a hardcover. But anyways, so I started reading it and started a reading vlog because I really wanted to vlog this new release. And I did for like the first couple of chapters, and I was already like laughing out loud. They already got me emotionally involved, so I was kind of tearing up and crying just in the first 2 chapters. Then I put my camera down just to allow myself to get more into the story before, you know, giving you guys a reading update and whatnot. So I didn't really feel like picking up my camera. I wasn't wearing any makeup and I was feeling really like self-conscious about my naked face. And then I read, Jesus fuck. I ended up reading, I think like 70% of it on Tuesday and then the other 30% yesterday. I kind of stopped enjoying the story 4 or 5 chapters in because the basis of the story is a little messier than I typically like my romances to be, because the trope in this book is best friend's girlfriend. Anyways, let me stop doing this for a second and then I will fucking tell you. I love how I was like, oh, I'm gonna tell you about this book while I do my hair, and then I talked about like everything else while doing my hair and not even the fucking book I wanted to tell you about. And that's my curly hair routine. Anyways, about the night we met. What I'm about to talk about with this story is not going to be spoiler free. So if you don't want to hear everything that happens in this story, skip ahead. I'll put the time right here. So, like I said, I got like 5 chapters in, was really loving the story, and then it kind of sank in what the story was about. And female main character, her name is Larissa. She starts dating a guy named Mike at the very beginning of the story. And Mike, his best friend is named Chris. Chris is the male main character. When Larissa and Mike get together, he is head over heels for her like immediately, and she is taking things a little bit slower. She's also dealing with like so much other shit. Her mom is a single mom. She basically lives with her mom in this small shitty town. They're both broke. Larissa is working as a waitress, and she's working towards being able to pay off debt that her alcoholic dad forced onto her. Like her dad opened credit cards in her name and ended up giving her like $50,000 worth of debt. The way I would just be going to jail, because what the fuck do you mean? Anyways, she's working to pay off this debt. She starts dating Mike. Mike is supposed to pick her up early one morning to take her and her mom to the hospital because her mom is having surgery. Mike ends up drinking a lot the night before, wakes up the next morning, has a hangover that he calls a migraine, calls Chris and asks him if he will then go and pick up Larissa and her mom instead. Chris, being the wonderful, amazing boyfriend that he is, he takes her. Along the way, they become really good friends. Once he like drops her off, she's like, okay, you can leave now. And he's like, what do you mean? And she's like, you can leave. And he's like, okay, if that's what you want. But then she like leaves something with him or something. So he ends up having to go into the hospital to find her to give her this thing back anyways. And then he's like, yeah, no, sorry, you're not getting rid of me. I'm staying until we know that everything is okay. And she's like, what? Then they have some time to talk. They become friends. And then essentially the next, like from the 10% mark maybe is where that happens until the 85% mark. They are falling in love, but not together. You know they're falling in love. The story is like, oh, they're just friends. They are to a degree. I will give Abby the credit she deserves here that there is no actual cheating in this story. There's nothing where when they're apart from each other or she's with Mike and Chris is by himself, they're not like thinking about each other sexually or anything like that. There's actually like no spice in this story whatsoever, which I thought was really strange. Had I been the one to write this story, I would have probably told it a little bit differently, but that's just me. That chunk of them not being together really pissed me off because not only are they not together, but she is making every single excuse for this shit ass of a man that she is dating. And to her defense, Chris is basically covering up for Mike the entire time because he doesn't want to see Larissa get hurt. So he's constantly like covering for Mike and pretending like he has migraine issues when he's really just hungover all the time. To Chris's defense, he also doesn't really know how bad Mike's drinking really is, but he is really sheltering Larissa from a lot of this stuff. So protecting, hurting, it's very fine line. So yeah, anyway, so they become really good friends over the course of this time. You obviously know that at some point they're gonna have to try and be together, and that's gonna be like the main conflict of the story because they're both worried about how Mike would react. So towards the end of the story, her and Mike end up breaking up because of a really graphic alcoholic scene. Was really triggering. I'm not going to go into the details of why, but that was really triggering and really hard to read and listen to. That was not fun. But anyway, so they break up and then Chris kind of swoops in to take care of her. They start living together. Again, they're not like romantically together, sexually together, nothing is happening. They're both like, oh, we can't do this. We can't even like entertain this idea. So they are living together and he's supporting her and growing her business and everything, but like nothing is really happening. But one day they're basically like, do you feel the same way I do? And if you do, what do we do about it? They eventually decide to start secretly dating, end up secretly dating for like a couple of weeks or a couple of months. And during this time, Chris is now not talking to his friends anymore. So he's not talked to Mike since the scenario that caused them to break up. He's really disappointed in his friend. He's really angry with his friend. And he is just kind of giving him space. Mike comes into Chris's pharmacy one day and basically admits all of his faults, apologizes, tells him he's going to therapy, he's quit drinking, he's trying to do better, blah, 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 blah. He basically says that like, I'm not doing this for her, I'm doing it for you because I want you to be proud of me. Which I will admit got me. If I hadn't already been so like upset with the story, this probably would have been the part where it would have turned into a 5-star for me because that part was really good. And then Mike is like, you know, I know that you guys are together. You don't have to hide it from me. It's quite obvious what you guys have. I realized after I stopped drinking all of these things that you did for me, all these things that you did for her because of me. And you know what? Honestly, she deserves you, which also that part was cute. And then they were together and they lived happily ever after, and that was that. And I was like, huh? The whole time, 75% at least of this book, I was clutching my pearls, having a fucking anxiety attack, trying to figure out how could these two people possibly get a happily ever after? I don't understand. So I'm glad that it worked out the way that it did. But like I said in my review, at what cost? At what cost to the characters and at what cost to the reader? It really did not need to be like that, Abby. It did not need to be 85% of the entire fucking book with the main characters not together. Now, this was one of the biggest complaints for her last release because, like I said, they were long distance, so they weren't together for a big portion of it, like physically, but they were together. They were dating. They were working on their relationship. You knew that you didn't know that they would be fine. That was, again, one of the major conflicts was like, how are they going to actually be physically together? But they were still together and in love the entire time versus this was like, when is it ever gonna happen? Why did it need to happen this way? Why did she need to be with that man for 85% of the book? I think this book is honestly gonna piss a lot of people off. I think it's going to be significantly more flack than Say You'll Remember Me. Just my opinion. Because I'm pretty easily pleased. And if I think a book is ridiculous and not to say like my opinion is like super important, but I'm just saying that like if I'm not pleased by it, then there's probably a lot of people who are not gonna be pleased by it. We'll see. Anyways, I've been yapping about this for a while. So I've got about 45 minutes until I have therapy. I do need to do the dishes. So maybe we'll go do that real quick. I also need to have some water. Yeah, okay, let's do that. I hate doing the dishes. But I do enjoy tidying. Hey Siri, play Cherry Street by Adventurer.
Snow Hail by Red Hot Chili Peppers now playing.
What? You know, it's a throwback. I'll allow it. Okay, so now that the kitchen is clean, I feel so much better about things when things are clean. I'm one of those people. Things are not clean, I am probably not happy. Also, I guess while I'm in here, I'm gonna make a cup of tea. Again, bottled water, because Florida. Handy dandy teacup. So I've got peppermint, which I have every day, chamomile, which I have sometimes, turmeric and ginger I almost never have unless I'm sick, Earl Grey sometimes, lemon balm almost every day, and then let's have some black tea. Actually, you know what? No. I want green tea today. So this is just Lipton decaf green tea. Thing you guys might not know about me is I don't drink caffeine at all. Used to be a caffeine girly like most people and like pretty much every young person on the internet. Y'all love your coffee and your tea and your energy drinks, and I'm over here like, you're giving me anxiety from how much caffeine you're drinking. Yeah, I don't drink any caffeine. So I mean, I drink a little bit because if you don't know, decaf, I think it has like 10% of the caffeine that like a whole cup of tea or a whole cup of coffee would normally have, because when something is naturally caffeinated like black or green tea or coffee, they can't extract all of the caffeine out of it. So I do have decaf coffee in the morning most mornings, and then I have lately I've been trying to have at least 1 cup of black or green tea during the day, but I do usually stick to herbal teas, which are totally caffeine free. Hi, Mama. She's still sleeping. She's sleepy girl. You sleepy girl? Are you so pretty? You're so pretty. I love you. No, not today? Okay. Fuck me, I guess. I'm gonna switch to the GoPro for a little bit because I do have to make a phone call or 2 for work. Hey, Cass. This is Amanda from Horizon. Thank you. Thank God my phone and computer are acting right today, because I swear to God, half the fucking time trying to do AirDrop, my phone or my computer is like, we don't see you. We don't see anyone actually, and one or both of them has to get restarted, and it's very frustrating. But today we are working. This is gonna be very interesting to edit since I've never really filmed for like the entire day, and I'm probably not doing it right at all. And I know there's a lot that's going to have to be cut out or a lot that's going to be time-lapsed, but thinking about editing it is making me kind of nervous. I'm gonna let this do its thing. It's gonna take a little bit. I have therapy in 9 minutes, so I will see you guys there. Bye.
Hi, Nana.
Hello. Okay, so therapy is done. We are about to give Miss Ruby her second meal. Miss Ruby, are you hungies? Are you hungies? Come on, we gotta eat some lunchies and go for walkies. Come on. I know, they're so sleepy. Come on, let's eat something. Come on. Yummy. Therapy was good. Talked about some interesting things today, mostly core beliefs. I may or may not have core beliefs that I am incompetent and unlikable. So those are kind of two things that have settled with me since childhood that we've been able to identify. I'm sure there are definitely more. I do feel a little bit lighter. I do, however, feel unproductive, even though I've done the things I needed to do today, and the kitchen is very clean, which makes me very happy. I haven't read at all today. So once we take Miss Ruby on her second walk and we get back inside, I have to figure out what to eat for lunch. Asen is texting me like, what did you eat today? You've not eaten. You're right, I haven't eaten much today. So I have to figure out what to do for lunch. And then I also have to figure out what we're doing for dinner because we do not have a lot to eat for dinner. I think last night we may have decided on keema, but I haven't decided if I want to try and make that or not. I do kind of want to impress my boyfriend, so maybe. Because he's like not confident in me that I can make Indian food, and I'm pretty fucking sure that I can. So maybe we should try. Okay, so that means I have to go to the store. I think I could get everything I need at Walmart. Shouldn't have to go to Publix today, but I do not know what to eat for lunch. I kind of really want sushi. Sushi is kind of expensive though. Like I have salad stuff, but I don't have anything else besides salad. Pantry is full of snacks. We are snack people. You couldn't tell by my physique. We're snack people. I do have miso soup, but again, I don't have anything to eat with it. I do have leftover chicken. I hate leftovers. I don't know why I look in the freezer. There's never anything in the freezer. There is fish in the freezer, but I don't know how to make fish. Don't think that's a good option. We have a bunch of noodles. I don't really want to make noodles. So unfortunate. I'm also broke. That's not good either. What will sustain me until dinner? I hate this. I'm gonna go take Ruby outside because this is like actually hurting my brain. Miss Ruby has been very reluctant to go on walks recently. I'm sure that's her old age showing. Sad. Bless you. Bless you. What a cute kitty. You're back from our walk. It is so dingy in here because it's cloudy outside. Oh my God. The new apartment has like nothing but beautiful light. I can't wait. It's gonna be so nice to film there. Treat time. Good job, baby. I don't know if I'm gonna do any reading today because I do actually need to edit because I did not post a video last week. I'm trying to be consistent and post one video a week on Saturdays, and I've been pretty good about it the last few weeks since I've been back, but I did not post last week. It is now 3:20. I get off work in 10 minutes and then I can go to the grocery store. I do really need to figure out what I'm going to eat. I hate thinking about food. Absolutely fucking hate it. It like instantaneously puts me, like if something's not already planned, which it's not at the moment, decision paralysis instantaneously. Snack? This is abysmal. I don't think we have anything here that's viable. Okay, so I have decided to go to the grocery store. I'm gonna go to Walmart and then Sprouts, but I have to do inventory real quick to see what spices we have, because we don't have a lot of Indian spices in the house, I don't think. Ooh, we do have cloves. And we do have garam masala. I fucking told Ace we had it. Yeah, and it's still good. Take that, Asen. I told you. I need to make a list. We have onions, we have garlic. Could get fresh ginger. We need potatoes and frozen peas, cinnamon stick. Okay, so we have coriander, cumin, turmeric, red chili powder, black pepper. Okay, I need plain yogurt, question mark. She said that the garam masala is optional. This is a lot of things that I now have to buy while I'm broke. Okay. Everything else I have. Oh, okay. I just need one potato. And then we're gonna do parsley. I'm unfortunately one of those people who, when I eat cilantro, it tastes like dish soap. So I do not eat cilantro unless it is very finely chopped in salsa. We are about to be on our way. It is 82 degrees. Not a super fun time, but we are doing the thing. So, yay. See you there. Pretty. Backup option. Shop number 1 is done. Obviously, decided to make keema. I did get Red Baron pizza as a backup, not because I'm not confident in making what I'm gonna make, but I'm not confident that I'm going to like it. And if I don't like it and we don't have anything else to eat, that's gonna be a problem. We are now going to journey right down the road to Sprouts. If they have the sushi that I want, I'm gonna get it, because where we're moving, we actually don't have a Sprouts. The Sprouts that is literally right next to my apartment right now is going to be the closest one to our new apartment, which is an hour and a half away. So thank goodness we don't rely on Sprouts as much as we used to. It's not gonna be like a super big loss not having it anymore. They have these rice crackers that I really like from there, which is usually what I eat like tuna with, or I really like mashed avocado, not guacamole, but mashed avocado. And I like to eat those with these rice crackers from Sprouts because they are completely unsalted. And you literally cannot find unsalted crackers in a regular grocery store. You literally have to get them at Sprouts or Whole Foods, and I don't think we have a Whole Foods where we're moving either. So probably will stock up on those while I'm there. Anyways, I'll see you there.
Put them down. Put them down.
Okay, I am back home and very winded from walking up the stairs. Grocery haul from Sprouts. I got a Gold Snap apple. Never tasted it. Want to try it. Restocked on my lemon balm tea. Got those ground rice crackers I was telling y'all about. And my shrimp tempura sushi from Walmart. Got some garlic, 1 potato, a little finger of ginger, some parsley. I got serranos, frozen peas, backup option, disposable gloves because I hate touching raw meat, and we're almost out. Peanut butter, unrelated to dinner. Eggs, also unrelated to dinner. Plain yogurt, and my whole spices, cumin seeds, cinnamon sticks, and black peppercorns. Your girl has committed to trying to make aloo matar keema tonight. Aloo means potatoes and matar means peas. So it's just potatoes and peas and keema, which is like a curry spiced ground beef. So I'm gonna put all this stuff away, and then I'm gonna sit and eat my sushi and try to do a little bit of editing. I have about an hour-ish before I talk to my mom on the phone. The day is flying by. I cannot believe it is already 4:30. Oh my God. I also am going to try pomegranate juice because I fucking love pomegranates. However, they are very expensive, and when you get them sometimes, they're not good. So I would like the electrolytes and all, or not the electrolytes, the antioxidants rather, that is in pomegranate juice without having to eat pomegranates. That is what we are doing. I'm also gonna make some miso soup to go with my sushi. So I've never tried this before, but I got it the other day at Publix. It's like instant miso, half an envelope into 8 ounces of hot water. Okay, so I can do a whole envelope in 16 ounces of water, which would be a lot easier. And then I can put whatever I don't want in the fridge. Again, bottled water, because Florida. The only time I don't use bottled water is when we are making like pasta or like something actually cooked on the stove. That is concentrated. It settles really easily. It doesn't fully mix with the water, so that's interesting. Not my favorite flavor. Miso literally just tastes like soy sauce. It's literally like I put soy sauce in hot water. Okay, let's eat and edit. Well, I was gonna edit, but I apparently didn't send any of this footage to my computer. And we're gonna have to do that. So I guess we're gonna watch YouTube. Trying to figure out how to eat the soup without burning myself and ruining my computer. Yeah, I think I just don't like miso. It's not my favorite. Not worth the sodium. I got all of the content transferred to my computer. So I am gonna go ahead and import that into iMovie. See how long the raw footage is. 48 minutes. Light work. I'm scared to watch this footage back because I think the entire time I filmed with my back-facing camera on my phone, which I don't do often, but when I do, it makes me extremely self-conscious because I can't see the angle. It's not that like I need to look at myself and see, you know, up close, but like I need to see that I'm in the shot. And it stresses me out so badly when I can't do that, so this should be interesting. This is very exciting because I have been at this. That is horrible after sushi. I have to stop being so hard on myself because that was fine. That is like the most unenthusiastic yay I've ever heard in my life. What the fuck, Amanda?
Miss Ruby has graced me with her presence. Hi. What are we doing, sweetness? You are so pretty. Did you know that? You're like the prettiest dog in the whole world. Did you know? Do you know how pretty you are? Huh? No. Ruby loves rubbing her face on things. I don't know why. So like if you rub your hand all over her face, she'll just let you do it. She loves it. She likes like burying her head like a little ostrich. Wow, we're so tired today, Miss Ma'am. What are we doing? It is about 5:35. I have edited 10 out of the 40 minutes that are left in this footage. And my mom is going to call shortly to talk to me on her way home. Wow, so many yawns.
I think I'm actually gonna try and be productive while I talk to my mom. Usually I just pace around my apartment or take a walk outside, but it looks like it's gonna rain. And I also just like generally need to start getting prepared for dinner, so. She said whole spices, omit any that you don't have. Well, you could have told me that before I went to the store. Let's do our whole spices first. So I need 1 2-inch cinnamon stick and then a teaspoon of cumin seeds. Cloves are not even open. I bought cloves a while ago because for a while my mom was drinking clove tea every day. I forget the benefits of it, but okay, so 3 whole cloves. That's minuscule to make something that Ace likes called keema. It is a curry spiced ground beef with potatoes and peas. And then you eat that with like a naan.
Naan bread?
Yeah. Because it's basically just like ground beef, peas, and potatoes.
No sauce?
I mean, the sauce is like built into it because of the spices and you add water. Kind of looks like taco meat. So imagine taco meat, except it now has potatoes and peas in it. And if it was just that, you'd be like, okay, that's kind of weird. Like, I don't want to just eat this. So you could eat it with rice or a naan. I'm taking on the challenge simply because Ace doesn't think I can do it. We're gonna try it anyway, but like as soon as I said that I was kind of interested in it, he was like, oh, you want mom to make this for you? She'd be so happy to make it. And I was just like, oh no. I don't really love other people preparing my food, but secondly, I don't want, like, yeah, I know she would love doing it, but it's still kind of like inconveniencing her, and I don't want to do that for something that I more than likely won't like. I just want to try it myself first and go from there.
Frozen peas?
Yes. So frozen peas, a russet potato, a finger of ginger, actual garlic, serrano peppers, and then I had to get a couple of whole spices that we didn't already have, like a cinnamon stick, peppercorns, cumin seeds. I already had cloves. Huh?
That sounds horrible.
That is how you build an Indian curry. Those are the aromatic spices that you start with. I've prepped all of my things. I am just trying to puree my tomatoes at the moment, but I've got my onion, my potato, garlic, ginger, serrano peppers, whole spices / aromatics, and my spice mixture, which is coriander, cumin, turmeric, black pepper, and red chili pepper mixed with cayenne pepper. I have since added my ground beef and painstakingly tried to pull out all of the cloves because I'm okay with the cumin seeds in there, and obviously the cinnamon stick will come out eventually, but cloves, no. I don't even want to risk that ending up in the final product. So anyways, removed all the cloves, and now I am just waiting on the ground beef to not be pink anymore.
and then we'll start adding all the other fun things. Yay! You know, it just occurred to me that this was supposed to be like a realistic day in the life, and not that it wasn't. It obviously was a day that I had, but I don't normally fix this kind of a dinner. I also normally read and relax for the majority of my day, and I didn't do that at all today. This is a typical Thursday, I guess. Anyways, I'm gonna go back to cooking my food. Hopefully when Asen gets home, he will enjoy the way that it smells in here, and hopefully he will like this meal that I have worked hard to do. Words. Okay, it's been a long day. I just wanted to let you know that this is kind of an atypical day. I do typically read a lot during the day, and I haven't had literally any time to read today, so yeah, if I do end up reading later, I'll let you know. So I've transferred it into a new pot so that it can simmer down. We will see how it turns out. Okay, hear me out. I know this looks crazy. I'm literally laying on the kitchen floor. First, floor time is needed, just in case you didn't know. Wow, I'm sorry, that is so loud because I'm right next to the dishwasher. But just so you know, laying on the floor is very good for your back. It's also very good for circulation. And I just really needed to prop my legs up, and it just made more sense for me to lay down in the kitchen than the living room. So there's a first for everything. This is your sign to go lay on the floor. I do have a few minutes to read. I've been doing this really annoying thing at night where it's so late by the time I get in bed that I'm practically literally falling asleep, but I still want to read. So I'll read a couple of pages of like a new book and then obviously totally forget it in the morning, so it's a complete waste of time. And I did the same thing last night, but I got 5 pages in to The Dark Lord's Guide to Dating and Other War Crimes, and I remember it being really good, but I don't remember literally any of it, and I'm just like, Amanda, why do you keep doing this? And the other book that I'm reading right now, I don't have on Kindle. I'm gonna go back to probably reread the same first 5 pages of The Dark Lord's Guide to Dating. Oh no, I do kind of remember. Yeah, okay, never mind. I'll just pick up where I left off. I do remember he needs a marriage of convenience or an arranged marriage or something, and he's gonna pick this girl who obviously isn't gonna want anything to do with him. But I do really enjoy the writing so far. I do remember that. And this is also like the first book that I've read without an audiobook in like 2 solid months. You know, I want to see if this has an audiobook because it's so good. I bet the audiobook is amazing. So BRB. Good news and bad news. There is an audiobook, but it's only on Audible, and I have no credits. Not me sitting here contemplating whether my fucking broke ass can spend $15 for an Audible credit for an audiobook. I've already spent my Audible credit for the month. I'm also an errands subscriber, and I've used all 3 of my unlocks already. And they just renewed like 3 days ago. The mood reader in me is I'm killing. I'm dying. That's what I mean. The mood reader in me is killing me. That's what I'm trying to say. Can you tell I'm fucking tired? Jeez Louise. Okay, I'm gonna go check out my food. I guess I'm not really gonna read right now. I don't really have a lot of time. Maybe when the food is officially done, I'll have a little bit of time because Asen hasn't told me he's coming home yet. So, and he was supposed to be off work 45 minutes ago. And I don't know if he's going out tonight or not. Sometimes, like usually on Thursdays, he goes out with one of his coworkers. No, he's not doing that today because that guy is on vacation right now. So he'll probably, as soon as I'm like, I'm gonna sit down and read, he's gonna call me and be like, I'm on my way home. I'm just now like, wow, you didn't read it all today. But you know what? It is honestly totally fine because I think with the book I finished yesterday, it's probably like 13th, 14th, or 15th book I've read this month. So it's fine. It's totally fine. And there's still 5 days left in the month. Like, I think it'll be okay. For a car ride? You wanna go in the car? Okay, let's go family car ride. there are people next to us. I'm gonna go ahead and wrap up this vlog here because it is now 10 p.m. We are at an Indian restaurant just picking up some naan and some basmati to go with the keema that I made. Fingers crossed, I do actually like to eat it, and hopefully Ace likes it as well. He said it was okay, so I guess we'll have to wait and see how he actually likes it. But we're gonna end today here. It is late. I did a little bit of reading. You got to see everything for like 12 hours. We're gonna go. Say bye, Ruby. Say bye to the people. Okay, bye.